friends, welcome to class. My name is Alexis. Thanks for clicking on this video and for being here. We're getting into the full body today with your yoga class, taking dynamic flow and coupling it with static poses. So we have best of both worlds. We're going to improve your circulation. We're going to unlock your body, but most importantly is we're here to support long-term mobility. So whether you're training for something, you're off to work, you're going to run around with the kids, you just want to move better in your life and feel balanced in your body, this is where you want to be. So welcome to class. All you need is your mat. So you don't need anything else. It's beginner friendly. Roll out your mat. When you're ready, we're going to start in a child's pose today. So you're going to meet me in a child's pose. You're going to put your knees nice and wide. Your hips are going to come back to your heels. Your hands come nice and long. You're going to ground your hips as best you can to your heels. Drop into class. Drop your forehead to mat. Relax the armpits down and let's settle in. Flare the fingers as much as you can. Nice stretch in the fingers. And then relax the elbows down. Melt into the mat. Let's drop in. Let's reset ourselves. Take away all the stress, all that anxiety. Let it go. Few mindful breaths. Inhale. Exhale. As you exhale, press into the palms of the hands. Try to push the hips back just a tiny bit, opening that lower back. That feels good. Big inhale. Fill up the lungs. On the exhale, let go. Release everything that's not serving you. All right, we're going to add some movement to this. So we're just going to sway back and forth. And as you sway, you're just going to rock your chin side to side. And what that's going to do is that's going to just release the tension in the neck as well. Put some pressure into the palms of the hands as you rock. Back and forth with the forehead. Breathe. Melt the arms down. Try to drive the armpits down as you're in this position. Oh, that feels so good already. Letting the stress of the day melt away. Or if you're starting your day, you're going to start on the right foot, ready to tackle anything that comes your way. Release everything long, drop in, be present, and take this moment for you. All right, stabilize everything, press the hips back. All right, we're going to go dynamic. So you're going to bring your hips up, slow and controlled, and then drop your hips down. Push them back to child's pose, back and forth. So in the class, what we're doing is we are taking best of both worlds. Oh, wow, I got a nice little hip pop out there. Feels so good already. And we are just taking the static poses, so stabilizing everything in these poses and then adding movement dynamically through them. So taking your time as you move back and forth in your child's pose, especially if it's morning. That's when I'm doing this workout. It's sunrise here. And overnight, the circulation, slows down when you're resting. Your muscles tighten. They shorten while you sleep. So getting the body moving, getting the circulation, that blood pumping through your body. Oh, it's just a secret sauce. All right, let's make this our last one. Bring the hips back down to child's pose. And then I want you to stack the palms onto the diagonal. So you're going to take your left hand, stack it over to the right, and bring your right hand as far to the diagonal as you can. Your left hip is going to ground down. So we're on the diagonal here. Push everything back. Sit into that child's pose on the other side. You'll feel that side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, press into that right hand, sit back onto the diagonal. Looks good. Should feel great. I've been really working the glutes. At bar class, I've been really training and doing a lot of glute exercises, a lot of leg work. Inhale. Exhale, press the left hip back as much as you can, ground into the right hand. And my hips and my glutes and my lower back feel it. So this feels so good. All right, let's bring in the dynamic. So you're going to lift the hips onto the diagonal and then push the hips back. Go to that left corner, push through. We got 4 of them. Push back. Oh, that feels so nice. Make this your last one, and then we go to the other side. Push, release. Oh, all the good stuff. All right, let's walk our hands to the other side. Left hand long, right hand stack. Sit to the right hip. Enjoy that pose. Release, relax, let go. Opening the back. Opening the hips. And in your child's pose, you have options. You can bring the knees nice and wide like mine are, and you can even bring the big toes to touch if that feels best. Or you can bring them out a little more parallel, whatever works best for you, whatever feels good in your body. Beautiful. We're going to move, swaying through this. Bring the hips up. It's like a little yoga dance. You have 4 of them. Lift the hips. Drop back to the diagonal. There you go. Incorporating the breath. Sending oxygen into those muscles. Did I do 4? Maybe 1 more. Let's just do 1 more for good measure. Why not? There we go. All the way back. Sit onto the hip. Great job. Release, relax. Let go. And sway the hips just a tiny bit. All right, come back center to your child's pose. You're going to stack both hands on top of each other. So right hand goes on top of the left. You're centered. You drive your hips back. You lift your hips up. Good. Pull back. Drive the armpits down when you pull back. Exhale, push. Release, long. Think of long. Long length through that spine. You got 1 more. All right, stay back into your pose. And then I want you to swing the hips back and forth. Hands are still stacked on top of each other. You'll feel that behind your shoulder blades too. It feels great. Stabilize, switch the hands. Boop, boop. Hips come back. All right, let's go. Lift the hips up and then drop them down. Really giving length back to your spine. Funny story. You have 2 more. My mom and I stood next to each other, and my mom's about 5'6". I'm 5'3". And 1 more. And then sit all the way back. And the other day she said, Alexis, why are we the same height? It's because I told her, I do my mobility training, mommy. I do my mobility training and I've gotten taller. Your spine will just naturally lengthen, stand more proud, feel so good, and look amazing. So I told her, she's like, I need to do that. I will gladly take extra, I've always been short. I come all the way up. Enough of that story. We're moving on. You feel good, right? All right, let's go into tabletop position. We're going to take everything in stacked. So wrist in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. We're going to cat-cow. Everything curls up, articulate the spine, and then tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale, let go, drop the belly, seats up. Neutral gaze, elbows in. Yeah, all right, let's go through. Pull everything up to cat, tuck the chin to the chest. And then drop the belly. Beautiful work. You got 2 more cycles. So cycle through, cat-cow. Enjoy all of that stretch behind the shoulder blades, opening up the shoulder blades, drop the belly. Chin up, elbows in. 1 more. Come all the way up to cat. And then we add movement. Beautiful. Drop the belly. Let everything go. You look great. All right, neutralize everything. I don't even know neutralize everything. Is that a word? Back and forth. You're going to rock with your hips and then up over your wrist. You're going to get a nice little wrist stretch here. It's going to feel really good. Take everything to neutral spine, I should say. The one day when I was teaching a live class, I said, this is going to euthanize you. And I was like, I don't think that sounds like, that doesn't sound correct. I make up my own language. Back and forth. That's the beauty of it, to be honest with you. It's not that serious. It's really about just getting down, doing some fun stuff, finding somebody that you enjoy, working out with and learning from. So it's definitely like lighthearted, it's all good. You can't take yourself too seriously. Everyone wants to make everything so perfect for social media, and they want to talk perfectly, create the perfect Instagram. It's just too much. Just be you, however that looks. All right, let's stabilize everything. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to add some movement into the hips this time. So we did our cat-cow, we move forward, we work the wrists. Now we're going to add some movement into the hips. So we're going to curl up to cat, and we're going to take this slow. And then I want you to curl back down to cow. Now you're going to circle your hips. So we're circling over to the right, pull up to cat, and then back to cow. So you're still articulating the spine, but you're adding some hip movement in. And my goodness, it is so sassy. This is my favorite move, to be honest. This is the Beyonce. I call it the Beyonce. I've always called it the Beyonce. I just love the way that sounds because it's so that, and you just understand how sassy it is. And you can get the chest involved too by articulating the spine of the chest as well, or you can just stabilize and do the hips. Release everything, let go. All right, let's reverse. Boom, boom, this way. There we go. That feels really good. Back and forth. You can even do a little neck roll, a little shoulder roll. Make it so sassy. All right, last one. All right, stabilize everything. We're going into downward facing dog. So we're going to curl our toes. You might need to bend your knees in downward facing dog to take a nice modification here. So listen to your body, lift the knees, drop the head, heels come down, downward facing dog. You can have knees bent or straighten the legs, bend the right knee, and then switch. Back and forth. Walking out the feet, really working the whole posterior of the body, the back of the body. Oh, that feels like heaven. When you become addicted to the feeling of the stretches and you know exactly what your body needs for the release, it is such an addicting feeling. So a lot of people don't understand why you're always stretching or why you're always doing yoga. And then, once you introduce it to them and they see such a difference and you're like, that's the secret sauce. That's why, because it feels so good. It's just the release. And then you can see the difference in your training as well. You see the difference in the way you move each day, how you're getting up with less and less pain until you wake up with no pain at all. Oh, what a glorious feeling. Keep pedaling back and forth. You can take child's pose anytime you need, if you need a break, because you're in an inversion. So you're going to feel all of that blood rushing through your body. Push into the hands as you push into the heels. So you're swaying back and forth in this child's pose. All right, we're going to go static with it. Now your legs are warm. Pull everything down to downward facing dog. Pull and relax. Breathe. Good. 2 more big breaths. Inhale. Lovely. Almost out. Inhale. Let go. Good. Come to the knees. Take your time lifting your head, slow and controlled. Do not rush. Enjoy all of that. Oh, that feels so good. Bring your right foot forward into a lunge position. Drop the hip. Curl the back toe. Hand comes onto the thigh, and you're just going to push the hips forward for your static stretch. Little low lunge action. Oh, here we go with the hips. I need this so bad. My hips are hurting. All right, feels good. I'm feeling better already. All right, let's add a little movement to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands to the instep, ground your hands, or you can take your hands up to your thigh if you wish. You're going to lift your hips. So you're going to lift your hips, keep your foot grounded, and then bend back down. Good, nice little movement. Inhale. Exhale, back down. You got 2 more. Inhale. Grounded to the hip, release. 1 more. Good, stay right there. Uncurl the toe and then go ahead and bring it back. We're going to sit into child's pose before we move on. So sit the hips back, hands come along. Recover before we move on to the other side. Take a breath, clean the slate. Oh, all the good stuff. Opening up the back. Oh man, my lower back always is feeling better already. I pulled my lower back last night. Come to the other side into a lunge position. Stack everything. Make sure knees stacked over ankle. Curl the back toe. And then just sit right into your lunge. We were moving stuff into the storage unit, and the storage unit door, like the garage door of the storage unit, was like kind of stuck. And I was just using my, superhero powers, Wonder Woman styling it, and just like, rah, or She-Hulk is more fitting. And then I'm like, great, there's my lower back. So right on my left side, right on my lower back, I was like, man, that hurts so bad. But I worked out last night, did my little mobility stretches. Shout out to Sean Vieg. I always do Sean's workouts. So at nighttime, it's like my sunset yoga time. I work out with Sean. And it felt better. Thank goodness. It's feeling better already. Let's add the mobility and the dynamic flow. Lift the hips, keep the foot grounded, and then drop the hips. You got 4 total. So it's good. It's nice to have like a nice little remedy, like you know what you need and you are so in tune with your body. And getting grounded, getting on the mat, you do realize you can just listen to your body more. You don't have to deal with the aches and pains. Drop in. You got this last one. Good. Bring the foot back and come into a child's pose before we move on. Connecting the mind body. It's so important. You just realize, you know what? I don't have to live in pain. I just got to do something different about it. Once we get a little older, we cross the threshold in a certain age. I'm in my midlife. That's what they would call it, right? I'm 41, but just actively come all the way up. We're going to go into downward facing dog once again. Just being active and getting your mobility training is key, and just moving differently. Meet me in downward facing dog. All right, I'm getting off my soapbox. Here we go. Bring your heels down. We're going to go into pigeon. So we're going to bring our right knee to our right wrist. Drop into pigeon. Leg comes back. You can bend the back leg for a modification if you wish. Otherwise, stay straight and pull all the way up over that hip for pigeon pose. I know, yum. So good. All right, so we're going to stay stable in our pigeon pose. Proud pigeon, a little PP. That sounded like something else. I didn't mean it to sound like that. All right, let's move on from that comment. We're going to go ahead in dynamic flow. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and take our hands in front, or you can stay in proud, and we're just going to go ahead and move into a straight line back and forth. You can stay right here. Actually, I'm going to move because my back foot is on. You guys keep going. My back of my foot is on that concrete and it's hurting. Or you can move into a circle. So you can circle the arms a little bit too. And move a body, your top of your half and hinge into a circle. Last week, it was a week ago, I dropped a weight on my foot at the bar studio. If you're in your circle, go the other way. So it was right before class too. It wasn't a heavy weight because at bar we don't use heavy weights. It's like semi Pilates kind of. So it was like 3 pounds, but it was from a high shelf. So I dropped it right on my foot and I wasn't wearing shoes. I had, the Pilates socks on, stabilize everything, come back to Proud Pigeon. And I was like, I don't care. I'm determined to still do this class. So I stayed for class, but it was rough. It was rough. We made it happen. We made it work, but it's still bruised back there. All right, stabilize everything. What we're going to do is we're going to lift this knee. So you can always bend this back foot if you need your modification. And we're going to go ahead and ground and bring the knee up. So you're going to bring the knee up and drop it down. This is really getting into the mobility of the hips as well. You got 2 more. Last one. Good. Drop down. Bring your hands back. Curl your back toe. Meet me in downward facing dog. Good job. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for still being here. And we're going to bring our left knee to our left wrist. Drop back. Pull the leg back. Pick your options. Move so back foot is not on the concrete. Perfect. All right, stay up in Proud Pigeon. I'm going to get some crystal light. Perfect. Back and forth. Release. Massage that leg. Oh. Oh, we're supposed to be static. Sorry. I got too excited about it. I love the movement in these poses. So it's hard for me to stay still. Plus, too, I'm like an A-type personality. It's hard for me to stay still or to think about one thing at a time. My mind is always going somewhere. So, all right, we're going to go take our hands longer to the mat in front of you, and then you're just going to massage and bring everything side to side, adding the movement. Or you can hinge into a circle. Your choice. Your class. Thank you guys for being here. I'm really trying to grow this YouTube, I really enjoy. I've been an instructor for many years. I've been an instructor since 2012 and go the other way. And bringing the classes to YouTube has been such a joy for me. And I just hope you guys enjoy them. So big shout out to you guys. Big shout out for you being here and working out with me. And if you were in your circle, reverse it the other way. I don't know if I said that. All right, stabilize everything. We're going to ground and then lift the hip for the mobility. So you're going to lift the knee up 4 times. So lift up and then drop down. When you drop down, try to lift the chest and push the hip back. Oh, yes, that feels so good. That's what my side of my glute needs and my lower back needs. 1 more. I can do about 50 of these. They feel so good. Oh, beautiful. All right. You're going to take your back leg and you're going to bring it up in front of you and you're going to cross the leg for a spinal twist. And we're going to wrap each side. So you're going to stay to each side and wrap both sides. Uh-oh. Doggies are fighting. You'll hear the doggie coming. The doggie's coming in a stroller. Back and forth with your twist. Nice proud chest as you twist. And you can stay a little longer into each side. But just getting into the spinal work. Back and forth. All right, we're going to stabilize and we're going to switch the legs. So go ahead and take the right leg underneath and then bring the other one on top, left on top, and then switch. Back and forth. Wrapping that top leg, releasing the spine. That feels good. You can also use that backhand as a nice anchor to lift and twist. Make sure you're incorporating the breath still. Inhale, and then exhale on the twist. Getting all that air to really push through that stretch. There we go. Let's do one more each side. Beautiful for the internal organs as well. Nice massage. Feels so good. All right, you ready? We're ready for chef's kiss. We're going into happy baby. Come on to your backs. I'm going to get some drink. And then we're going to come all the way, bring our knees up into our chest. One hand on each knee. This is your modification. You can rock back and forth, massaging the lower back. Otherwise, flex the feet, come into your insteps, put your heels all the way up, ground, and pull the hands down into the arches of the feet. And open up to your happiest little baby, rocking back and forth. There's just no better way to start the day or to finish, honestly, any time of day. That's what's so good about these workouts. You can do them any time of day from anywhere around the world. Inside, outside, doesn't matter. Just coming down, relaxing the body. Ready to tackle anything that you've got going on. Ready to take it head on, right? Just check it off your list. Easy stuff. It's all good. You got it. You can do anything. Anything is, I don't know, where am I going with this? I'm just feeling this so much. You can make anything happen. Nothing is impossible, right? All right, let's bring our knees in and then rock back and forth. Legs come long. Arms come up overhead, arch in the back. All right, we're going to end in a beautiful butterfly. So we're going to go ahead into the soles of the feet, knees nice and wide. Hands can come to the thighs if you wish, and we can rock the hips back and forth there. Or hands can come onto your heart, just kind of hanging out here. Or my favorite, hands up overhead and then arch in the back. Close the eyes, relax, and breathe. Melt into the mat on the exhale. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, drop the shoulders, relax, let go. Beautiful. You're going to come to one side of your mat. Curl yourself in a nice fetal position. Relax everything. Nice and heavy. Taking a moment for yourself. Just sit in gratitude. And just be thankful for where you're at. And then slowly come up. You're going to take your time coming up and out. Refreshed, right? Full body restoration, but also moving dynamically helps to get that circulation, the lubrication in the joints, and really what our goal is to really give you that long-term mobility. So congratulations, you are now more flexible, more mobile, more pliable. You are more awesome. You're all the things. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. Please help me continue this YouTube. I'm obsessed with doing this. It's like literally my favorite thing. I love helping you guys. I love helping people. So leave a comment, shoot it out to a friend, tag somebody, tell them about these amazing workouts. And so I can continue to do this and bring these to you. So Thank you for being here. God bless you. Be safe, be well, and I cannot wait to work out with you again. Thank you for your time and energy. Mwah!